first and foremost be a businesswoman.
Miss Scarlett and the Duke.
Health plans that do what's required focus on the needs of individual members, like Claire. Health plans that go beyond what's required also focus on the needs of the community where Claire lives. Pacific Source Health Plans, going beyond what's required.
This is KSBS, public television from Spokane.
Good evening. I'm your host, Sean Higgins, here to welcome you to our broadcast of the 1994 comedy romance, Four Weddings and a Funeral, one of the most critically acclaimed and popular British comedies of all time. The film features Hugh Grant and Andie MacDowell in first-rate performances. Though its theatrically released version is rated R, our version has been judiciously edited to TV PG, the Saturday Night Cinema standard. Let's look at the leads. Andie MacDowell had made her film debut in 1984's Greystoke, The Legend of Tarzan, Lord of the Apes. While she had the notable part of Tarzan's wife, Jane, her southern accent was considered too prominent for the role, and her lines wound up being voiced by Glenn Close. Since then, MacDowell has made 46 movies and landed 28 television credits. Among her best-known films are Sex, Lies, and Videotape, and the romantic comedies Groundhog Day, Michael, and Tonight's Film, for which she received a Golden Globe nomination. Now, Four Weddings and a Funeral was Hugh Grant's 14th film, and his portrayal of a marriage-averse serial wedding-goer defines for many viewers Grant's early persona: handsome, sometimes clumsy, full of nervous tics, superficial. Well, some of his roles are like that, but Grant also had delivered a sensitive portrayal of composer Frédéric Chopin in Impromptu, as well as non-stereotypical performances in the Merchant Ivory films Maurice and Remains of the Day. Since his 2012 portrayal of multiple villains in Cloud Atlas, Grant seems to have counter-programmed himself to take on against-type roles. His most recent role, for example, was as Lofty the Oompa Loompa in Wonka. Four Weddings and a Funeral was written by Richard Curtis, who received an Oscar nomination for Best Original Screenplay. It was also nominated for Best Picture, and it set a then box office record for a British film, taking in more than $245 million. Not bad for a movie filmed in 6 weeks for less than $5 million. For more about Four Weddings and a Funeral, its cast, including Rowan Blackadder Atkinson, and how screenwriter Richard Curtis got his plot elements, please see my extended commentary online. This movie is often categorized as a romantic comedy, which it is, but it's a bit more. It's an exploration of friendships, of meetings, and of partings. And for all the broad humor of its best man toasts, you'll also find a few deeply moving lines by the poet W.H. Auden. And with that, it's time for Four Weddings and a Funeral on Saturday Night Cinema.
They're writing songs of love, but not for me. Lucky stars above, but not for me. With love to lead the way, I found more clouds of gray than any Russian blade could guarantee. I was a fool to fall and get that way. I hold lies and also lack a day. Although I can dismiss the memory of her kiss, is not for me.
Good morning, Mrs. Staples.